Hi, it's Wednesday night, the 30th of September, day 274 of my journey to business alignment. I'm still living the dream. Can you believe it? It's the last day of September. And so I'll be doing a summary overview of everything I got done during the month of September, but I want to do that after I do this journal entry first. So look for that overview video where it is going to be posted right next to this one. Because the server and host went down, and Farhad and I and Cody couldn't work on the website yesterday as well as this morning when I checked on things, I decided to change things up on my power statement a little bit. And so here's what I wrote down for this morning's power statement. I will just stay focused on what I can do and not focus on what I can't do right now. I'll focus on the remaining website tasks that I need to get done once the host gets back up. But for now, I will work on the other tasks that I have on my non-website task list of to-dos. I had a ton of tasks that I've been collecting over the last several days or weeks, and when that website got finished, I was going to get after them and get those done. But since I had this little faux pas with the server, I'm going to go ahead and do the non-website tasks. So let me show you. Right here. Here's my non-website tasks here. I just had them all there. Got those all done. Man, feels so great. I have some more that I typed out that I'm working on. You can see I've highlighted some. I'm going to get those done as well. And as you can see, a lot got done today. Anyway, here's my normal to-do list that I did as well. Got the few highlighted ones. I've got those done as well. Man, it feels so good to just be plowing through these. My number one most important task for today, of course, was to type out an overview of the month of September for my recap work that I did in September. And then I'm going to go over that overview here shortly. My fun task for today was to work on the list of non-website tasks, which I showed you. And my exciting task for today was to finish reviewing and writing up my interview questions from my interview with Rochelle this coming Sunday. And so I've had a conversation with her. I sent that typed up thing. I got that done and sent it off, so we'll see what she has to say. So she's a little bit clearer when I do this interview with her. It's so great. My end of the day success routine question asks, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Win the day? Man, so did. Win the morning, win the day. Got that done. Were you productive throughout your day? Yes. Did you get the most important things done? Well, you just saw pieces through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical, manifesting piece after piece after piece. Yes, I did. So I definitely moved my goals forward. Did you show up as the person you wanted to today? I showed up as the person that would serve me best today. Yes. What about your personal time with Kathleen? Well, it's a Wednesday night, hump week, right in the middle of the week. We had a great night, great dinner together, enjoyed some little videos and just great conversations. So I love giving my nights to her. Were you present? Yes, and she was present for me. So in summary, I asked myself, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? Did you keep your promises that you made this morning to yourself? Well, today I promised myself that I would start working on doing my non-website tasks off that list I showed you. I didn't know how many of them I could get done, but I promised that I would stay on it until the day ran out of time or until the website was back live and never came back live. So, bam, I got a lot done. Good job, Marty. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today? Did you make time for them? And were there any new instant pre-play movies that your two amigos called up onto the screen of my mind today? Well, I watched all 5 of my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, and then I simply went upstairs and read my little checklist and got my emails done and my accounts, and then I started working on my list of non-website tasks. And so I didn't have any instant pre-play movies or movie clips that I watched today. I was just into the list, getting things done. I did take a little thought management time to not have any negative pre-play movies of losing all the website work that I got done. I did that thought download stuff because I didn't want to get lost in whining about what I couldn't do anything about. I still don't know for sure, but I'm telling myself that it'll all work out, it'll all be saved, and I'm not going to lose a thing. That's my hope. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? Another way to say it is, what's the one thing, the most important thing that you could get done tomorrow? Even if the day went sideways getting it done, it'd feel like a success getting it done. Well, as I've always been doing, the most important thing right now, today, that I say will help improve my days going forward, that I can do better on is to stay busy doing my non-website tasks and not focus on the problems with the host right now, like I said. So I'm focused on getting as many tasks of the list done as possible until the host gets things back up and working again. And so for now, my power statement says this for tomorrow and beyond. I'll continue working on my non-website tasks until we're ready to get the backlog of work on the website done once that goes live and it comes back up by the host. That's what I'm going to focus on. Next is were there any mistakes or failures that I had, that I made today, or that I could turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, no failures or mistakes here today, but the host certainly failed. It's failed me. I couldn't do anything about it. They did, though. They did. They should never do that to people who have websites with them. But they're working hard to restore things, and I can't do a darn thing about them. And what they can do, I've sent my message to my host manager, and he's doing all the hard work of screaming at them, getting that done. And so I'm focusing my attention elsewhere. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was getting my emails working again. That, of course, was with Cody's help, and then cleaning them out and cleaning my hard drive as much as I could today so that I have more space open to save new files going forward. Cody helps me with the emails, that special setup of the pop account or the whatever, all those different things, and putting logins and keyword or passwords and that kind of thing. Got those done. All three of them are working. So that part's done. The next step in my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. And so I gave today a 7. I gave it a 7 because I worked at the speed of 7 all day, and I had a hiccup here and there with staying focused on the right things, with the pressure of worry a little bit about that host situation. But I pressed forward. I did the thought downloads and got a lot done. In fact, you saw the handwritten ones done. So things are great. They're going to work out, and I'm moving forward. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says there are many ways you can get out of the rut of boredom and mediocrity, but you can run before you run out of road, that's for sure. It's been said a rolling stone gathers no moss. We've all heard that. Well, the fact is that's not true. A rolling stone can gather plenty of moss, whereas a stationary boulder stuck in its own depression can sit motionless for an eternity without acquiring any hint of green fuzz. Making changes, even small ones, in our old method of doing things is difficult, right? It is. Remember how hard Benjamin Franklin said that it was for him to work at changing the things that he wanted to make changes with? All of us must change if our course has us floundering just off life's shore long after we have left the docks. Bacon said, "He that will not apply new remedies must expect new evils." That's what insanity is all about, trying to do the same thing over and over when it's never worked. You just keep doing the same things over and over. That's going to cause insanity. Thomas Carlyle said, "Today is not yesterday. We ourselves change. How then can our works and thoughts, if they are always to be the fittest, continue always to be the same? Change, indeed, is painful, yet ever needful. And if memory has its force and worth, so also has it hope." There is much that can be done and that we can do to increase our productivity and value, even from where we are right now. I assure you, scientists tell us that every single cell in our bodies are replaced at least once every 7 years. Wow. If there is eventually going to be a different you anyway, let's cooperate with Mother Nature and make it a successful you, right? These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for, which is the law of habits, which says, if your present approach to the top isn't getting you there, it's time to do things differently. And that differently is to make new habits. Man, few of us are lucky enough to experience a blinding flash of insight that says, what you've been doing so far is wrong. Here's the way to go from now on. The knowledge that our life or career strategy is not working usually stills us on us gradually. We feel vaguely dissatisfied, and we do so without knowing why often. We don't get much fun out of what we're doing, and we can't see clearly where we're going. If that's true for you, then it's time for a change, isn't it? Okay, such a change does not emerge full-blown from our mind. You have to prepare yourself for the change. Review your strategy by asking yourself some questions. Start to do things differently. Decide on new goals or a better way of attaining the old ones. And then replace losing habits with winning habits. Next, I'm grateful for Joyce Meyer, who said this: a too number two pencil and a dream can take you anywhere. Listen to that. A number two pencil and a dream can take you anywhere. Suppose your present approach isn't working. I knew mine wasn't some 9 months ago. You know you're going to have to do something if different. But what that different thing will be, you haven't yet figured out? That's exactly where my head was 9 months ago. One thing I will tell you, and it's for sure, your revised approach will involve change. You'll have to be ready to accept changes and to make them. But the longer you go on the way you're going now, the harder the change will be, I promise you, and it will become increasingly difficult to examine your present strategy with any objectivity. You can wear the rut so deep that one day you're unable to see over the sides. If that day comes, you may be stuck in the rut for all time. My advice to you is to shake things up. Shake up the way you're inviting and living and working right now. I suggest you start with changing your daily routine. My win the morning, win the day routine was just the thing I needed. Now it's just part of another day in the life of Coach B, and that's because it's now a habit. My journey to business alignment has been full of change, and those have brought about wonderful experiences that have taught me new truths, and it is those truths that have helped me stay in the right and in the fight of my challenger, my old self. And now the fight goes on, and I'm winning. Each round I'm winning. Anyhow, I'll see you here tomorrow night, right back here at my laptop as I sit here sharing my feelings. But for now, I wish you all continued success. Good night.